first cut his teeth by producing the Cult's Sonic Temple album. Since then, he has moved on to produce the likes of Motley Crue and Metallica. He was the Cult's first choice to produce their new release Ceremony, a job that ended up with Richie Zito. The alleged feud between Bob and the Cult is, in the eyes of both Billy and Ian, just the media making a mountain out of a molehill.
Interesting what we've heard coming back from people saying what Bob's opinion was of why he didn't want to work with us. I think what happens is that in hindsight you look back at a record and you tend to be quite critical of it, you know. And I think maybe because Bob was very alienated in a sense that he was probably in the studio all the time and just basically getting bits of media to go off. You know, maybe he got his nose out of joint in that aspect. The whole thing for us was the fact that, you know, we really did want to work with Bob again, and we sat down with him and talked to him and, you know, and covered a lot of ground in terms of rebuilding our relationship with him. But again, he was already involved in the Metallica project. So, you know, we didn't get an opportunity to make this record with him. Certainly, you know, definitely consider working with Bob again in the future. So, certainly, you know, I think the media has a tendency to bait as well, you know, to constantly push points, especially if we find any kind of weaknesses, you know. They're really eager to get in there and find out what the reasons are behind, you know, certain statements, and which just kind of really blows it out of proportion. When it's in black and white in print, it tends to be a little bit more pointed than, you know, when you actually see the person sitting there talking about it.
The Cult are in the middle of a European tour. Tonight they play Switzerland at the Palais Bouillon. We caught them in Germany earlier this month. Here's Wild Hearted Son, taken from their current album, Ceremony.
Wow! Well, I was born to the city, learn to run free, swimming out in my belly, scar on my heart. But if I try to convention, people who stare, I'm just a breed of society. I'm pushing hard, stealing free. Won't you try and they know, trip on me. Well, how did it sound? Little honey, well, they don't want me to run. Bring me down to my knees. Well, how did it sound? Hey, mama, well, they don't want me to run.
And that's it for News at Night today. We'll be back tomorrow.